YB stays on your neck.
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. Well, what can I say? Listen, this is pure madness. What was it? 24 hours ago, your boy, the YB, aka Mr. Proprietary, aka Mr. Sources, aka Mr. HP, aka Mr. Exclusive, aka Only on the YB. I reported from a source within Fury's camp that Tyson Fury was being paid approximately £600,000 to £700,000. You can go back and watch the video. The video was called Tyson Fury £12 million purse exposed. Yeah? And what you'll see on your screen now is the original article that came out 2 days ago. I think it was Daily Mail or Metro, one of them ones there. One of those classic Frank Warren / Fury suckers. Oh yes! Oh, Tyson Fury is getting paid $15 million for fighting a bum. Oh yes! Tyson Fury is getting paid £12 million for fighting a stiff, even though he only got paid £3 million for fighting Deontay Wilder on pay-per-view. That was the bottom line. Everyone was gassing it. Oh yeah, it's £12 million pounds. People who come in my comment section after I made that video telling me, oh YB, you don't understand. Even though it don't make no sense for him to be paid $15 million, you got to understand that Bob Arum's signed a contract now and he can't get out of it. Oh, it doesn't matter. Listen, these guys are businessmen. Bob Arum's a businessman. He's renowned for not paying people. Some of Pacquiao's biggest fights, Pacquiao got paid $15 million. So don't tell me it's a contract. That contract was fake. There's no evidence for that $80 million contract. And in fact, it actually came out. Bob Arum himself said that number's ridiculous. And it is ridiculous. Tyson Fury is on a $6 or $7 million contract. That's the honest truth of it. Bottom line honest truth. Anyone who believes it's any more needs to explain to me how he only got paid $3 million for the Fury fight on pay-per-view. That's basic logic here. Wait there, but people are coming in my comment section as well saying, oh well YB, he is getting paid 80 million because they're going to make it back on the Fury versus Wilder. What, are you joking? Fury versus Wilder is making like $10-20 million. How can you pay someone 80 and make it back off of a $10 million fight? It's impossible. He's getting paid, as you're going to see on your screen now, he's getting paid, like the YB reported, 600 to 700 grand. That's the bottom line. Simple as that. 600 to 700 grand. And unfortunately, never mind the facts you see on your screen now, that's what actually makes logical sense. What kind of fight was this? He sold no tickets. The tickets were dirt cheap. The tickets were damn near given away. Not only did he only sell 1,500 tickets, he also sold them at a basement bargain price. Yeah, cheap as you like. Tenner, 15. I heard they were doing live barter. You know what? Just sling me a fiver for that ticket. That's what I heard. I don't know. And then not to add insult to injury, we also then find out ESPN Plus ain't no pay-per-view platform. It's $5 a pop. $5 a pop. Do you know how much? Do you know how many you have to sell? Let's do the maths now. Actually, at $100, yeah, to just cover Fury's wage, which is $15 million. How many have you got to sell? 15 million. 1.5. You got to sell 150,000 pay-per-views at $100, by the way. Yeah? The fact is at $5 a piece, he would have to sell 20 times more than that. So what's that then? He'd have to sell 3 million pay-per-views. That's how much it is. For Fury to break even, for Fury's $15 million purse to break even, just to break even, not to make profit, not to cover costs of the show, just to break even, not to pay Wallin, they've got to sell 3 million ESPN pay-per-views. If you believe that, you are drunk. You are completely drunk if you believe he sold 3 million pay-per-views. He'd have to sell, to cover the costs, he'd have to probably sell 4 million. To actually make profit, which is what businesses do, funnily enough, they have to sell 5 or 6 million pay-per-views or ESPN subscriptions. He sold 10,000. He sold, sorry. Sorry, I got the number. I was about to say 10,000. He sold 10. He sold 10. £50 he generated. You're not going to argue it. The same way you was arguing, he got paid 12 million. What did I tell you on that video? Tyson Fury, I've heard from people within his camp. You can go and watch the video back. It's there. It's embezzled. He got paid 600 to 700,000 pounds. Anyway, lo and behold, shout out to the Don in the comments who pointed this out. You are the real MVP. Anyway, as I said, one of my loyal dons, gave me the drop on this information from Dan Rafael. Dan Rafael comes out with the true facts about what Fury's really making, which falls in perfectly with the logic here. Yeah? Let's read it out. Dan Rafael. Let's get it right as well before I read this out. Dan Rafael he's actually ESPN man. Funnily enough, scarily enough, Dan Rafael isn't a PBC or a Matchroom or a Sky guy. He is ESPN. Yeah? The same, scarily enough, he's the same man. He's not a hater. He's an incumbent. He is ESPN. So before anyone comes at me and says, "Oh, he's lying," how can he be lying? He is talking to the people who are paying Fury. If there was some big differential, or if there was some big deviation between what he's reported here and what was actually going on, I'm pretty sure the ESPN people would have pulled him over and said, "Come on, Dan, you can't report that. You know he's getting paid $15 million. And to add insult to injury, not only is Dan, who is an ESPN don, tweeting this, he's also linked an ESPN article. So the company who is paying, the company who is writing Fury's checks, are creating articles disclosing he's being paid $1 million. Now, if he's getting paid this magical $15 million, why aren't the company who's meant to be paying it making that quite clear on their own site? I'll tell you why, because it's not. Yeah? ESPN are paying him checks. Them checks are as it reads here. Let's read it out again. Per the Nevada State Athletic Commission, official contract purses for Saturday night's Top Rank, aka ESPN card. Tyson Fury, $1 million, aka £600,000 to £700,000, which actually, to be fair, I was a bit wrong there. It was actually $800,000, but my sources need to get a bit tighter. Either way, I was closer than everyone else. Everyone else was trying to tell me how I was getting paid $15 million. I didn't see no one else. I didn't see Hatman coming out and giving you the exclusive about 600, 700 grand. No one giving that exclusive to under YB. Simple as that, no doubt about it. Anyway, he got paid $1 million, and that makes perfect sense to me. And even that's a stretch, because even at $1 million, how many pay-per-views would you have to sell at that? For $1 million, you'd have to sell, 200,000 pay-per-views to break even, I believe it is. Yeah, it is, fiver. He'd have to sell 200,000 ESPN Plus tickets. ESPN Plus subscriptions, just to break even. If you believe that, you are drunk. These guys are, never mind the 15 million, where he has to sell 3 million pay-per-views to break even. Even paying him $1 million, they're leaking money here. They're absolutely leaking money. Because even if you listen to the false reports of his attendance was listed at 8,000, yeah? Let's say it's $100 per ticket. What would that be? 8,000, 80 grand. So yeah, let's say the average ticket price was $100. You know what? Even let's call it $200, because his cheapest tickets were like $50, $40. Let's call it $200 as an average price. Yeah, he sold 8,000 tickets allegedly. He sold 1,000, but we'll call it 8,000. Let's go with the highest number. 8,000 tickets times by $200. Yeah, what's that? 8,000, 80,000, 800 grand, 1.6 million. Okay, maybe they are breaking. Maybe they are breaking even then. Let's do the real numbers now. 1,500 tickets times by 200 is what? 1,500. 15 grand, 150 grand, 300 grand. That's more like it. That makes more sense to me. They're running at a loss here. His ticket sold 300 grand. He brought in 5 ESPN pay-per-views. So we're looking at about, what's that? We're looking at around, listen, they're making a loss. That's what we do know. Never mind estimating numbers. They're making a loss on this one. Fury is known. He's like a paradox in as much as somehow he's got this. People get deluded because he's got a big mouth. People think, oh, Tyson Fury. They think, oh, Floyd Mayweather, big mouth. America, Floyd Mayweather. Oh, America. Muck Tapper, America. McGregor. Oh, big money. Yeah, big mouth. Tyson Fury. And they kind of link it all in. And I do see how naively you can kind of fall into that pot. Oh, yeah, big mouth from Fury. Big mouth from McGregor. Big mouth from Mayweather. Thinking that, oh, wait. Well, if Mayweather and McGregor are doing stupid numbers, and they've got a big mouth, but you've got to realise, McGregor built his name on the most exhilarating performances. Absolutely exhilarating. People bought in, me myself as well. People bought into the mystery. Wow. He'd go in there and talk about what he was going to do, and all we saw was little Aldo laying there with his toes curled in 13 seconds. That's what McGregor did. Mayweather. To be fair, Mayweather was boring, but God knows how he did it. Either way, he did it. To be fair to Mayweather, he's had a 20-year career in the US. Olympic silver medalist, arguably gold. He was look at Mayweather's career for the first 10 years. It took him 10 years to get to a point where he even had a voice. No one even knew. No one heard of him until 2007, and even then, by 2007, did Floyd get there on his own behalf? No, he got there by going life and death with De La Hoya and ducking the rematch. That's how he got big. He got known off of beating De La Hoya. He didn't do it off his own back. So with that in mind, Fury only got to the US a year ago. It's not as if Fury beat Wilder either. He went life and death and had a draw. Had to go off the canvas. So with that in mind, McGregor's the only one who's done it rapidly. And even then, look at McGregor. Before McGregor became a big name, he fought for more than that. He fought for the whole of 2013, the whole of 2014, and the whole of 2015. Because he fought Aldo in 2015 December. And even then, arguably, he only made about 5 million, I believe, for that fight against Aldo. So it took him 3 full years of UFC fighting. Not to mention the UFC promotional platform is the biggest in the world, the best in the world. They know how to generate cash. They know how to generate stars. They turn pretty average fighters who are pretty well unknown into cash makers. Simple as that. If you think about Khabib, he's not a massive mouth, but they've managed to turn him into a massive name. That's just the UFC's. They are unparalleled in promotion. Another great example, GSP. GSP didn't have a big mouth, but generated crazy numbers, and that's why I really do rate UFC. They actually know how to do business. You don't have to flip tables at the UFC. They actually know how to create pure value. And then someone like McGregor comes along who has the mouth and the talent to an extent, and he just blows the lid off everything. But yeah, back to this. Fury is with Fish Eyes. Fish Eyes don't know how to promote. He's with Bob Arum. Who has Bob Arum ever had? I guess you could call it Pacquiao, but Pacquiao had a nation behind him. Arguably anyone could have promoted Pacquiao. But I'll give him his credit for that. In 80 years, he had one fighter. He had one. Listen, he had one fighter in 80 years. That's what we do know. He had one homegrown fighter, because you can't count Ali in that. They was already doing bits before he got hold of them. What we do know is he's had one fighter from the start till finish. That's been Pacquiao. So well done, Bob. In 80 years, you've had one fighter. That to me ain't great data. I'd expect a lot more data points along the line than one. Look at Terence Crawford. Crawford, all the talent in the world. He's got that. No one's really actually been able to kind of capture the black market. Crawford's there, begging to capture it. But that shows Bob Arum's one-dimensional. Unless you've already got some built-in, unless you're already halfway there, Bob Arum is useless. That's why Mayweather left him. Simple. And unfortunately, Fury's now got he's got two useless promoters. He's got two people, even though he's not getting paid much. He's only getting paid $1 million, and they're digging. He's got two hands digging in his pile now. He's got to pay Bob 10% and Fish Eyes 10% for doing nothing. Anyway, that's Fury's choice. If he chooses to be with the C side, if he don't want to join the A side, then that's his business. If he wants to keep on earning $1 million purses, do you know how mad it is? Tevin Farmer is literally earning bigger purses. Tevin Farmer under the zone is earning bigger purses. And let's get it right as well. Tevin Farmer is fighting the equivalents of Schwartz and Wallin. And still, he's getting paid more than Fury is fighting opponents like Schwartz and Wallin. That there shows you the promotional capital of Earn Hearn. That's the truth of it. Yeah? Fury's got two promoters, and they can't do as well as one. But if Fury chooses to keep getting paid these mediocre paydays, that's his right to do that. But from now on, I don't hear no one talking about $80 million. I don't want no one talking about $100 million. I don't want no one talking about he don't sell no. You don't do numbers. Numbers are in front of you now. ESPN confirmed. If you want to argue with what I'm saying, please don't argue with me. Please take it up with the ESPN.com link, which is in Dan Rafael's tweet. Thank you very much. No problem at all.